Y'all be quiet.
Generation, I guess, says the same thing, but I guess it's my turn to say it now. The way things used to be, it's completely different. Some would say we got better because of social media. Some would say it was worse then, but nonetheless, things are changing, man. Things are changing. Things are being exposed for what it is. So I don't know. So I guess I can tell everybody, don't be comfortable, you guys. Look around, look around, look around. So don't these times we're in no man's ever seen before. Hey, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to be getting started really soon. Share this post. Going live with Kevin Lampton. So excited for this interview. It's going to be great. Share this post with your friends and stay tuned. We're going to get started real soon. Right before our eyes, things are changing. Well, hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for watching today. I am so excited to have my special guest today, but this is the creative process. Welcome to it. It's just a series of candid conversations with fellow creatives, and I'm just so excited. The way that it was birthed during COVID-19, I was a little bit tired of sitting on the gifts that God gave me, and I saw people leaving this earth so rapidly, and I was like, it's time to move forward. So this is a part of the birthing process for me, but I'm not going to hold you too much longer. Again, my name is Angela Beasley. I am the host of The Creative Process. I do a lot of different things. I'm a blogger. I think I consider myself as a motivational speaker. I love to encourage people to go after their goals, destiny, dreams, all of that good stuff. I'm a freelancer. I do a little bit of songwriting. I'm a singer, poet. Look, you name it, I'm probably it. You can follow me on Instagram at Angie B Creative, and also Perfectly Flawed. That is another avenue of mine. It's my fashion boutique business. Also, you're right here on my Facebook page, Angie Beasley. I also have a business page called Angie B Creative, and finally, my website is angiebcreative.co. Go over there, explore. I have a blog there. I have my boutique there. My other creative endeavors. Go and explore and have some fun. But enough about me. I want to introduce my special guest on today, my friend Kevin Lampton. So I'm going to read his bio, then I'm going to bring him on. So K-Lamp Entertainment is one of New Orleans' premier recording labels, specializing in timely, high quality, affordable recording. In 2011, Kevin R. Lampton started K-Lamp ENT as a means to develop gifted singers into successful artists and to write and produce quality music that has a positive message. K-Lamp ENT uses its music to positively impact the world, all of which can be found on his website, klampent.com. And with no further ado, let's welcome Kevin Lampton.
Hello, beautiful
Hey,
people.
Kevin.
Hello, Miss Angela Beasley, baby. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm great, and I see you're doing just fine. You're wonderful today.
I'm doing fabulous. I'm doing fabulous.
As always. I'm just so excited to have you here on my show. You're such a busy and amazing creative. I know you're busy with your shows, the morning show and the night show, which we'll get into that next. But I want to start off by asking you, how do you define creativity?
Oh man, it's like I guess the best way I could paint the picture would be dealing with a blank canvas. Basically, start off with it's just blank, and it's your ability to just put paint on the wall and you just let it be what it be. You know what I'm saying? What
Mm,
whatever colors you throw up there, it's your art. You know, it's your ability to just create art and in any form that you create it in. I think that would be the best way to explain it. Just just create it. Just put it
I
up.
love that.
You know, hopefully that was a good enough answer for you.
I love that. No, I think it was good. I mean, there's no one answer to creativity. We all view creativity differently. I think my definition is ever evolving and changing, but I like what you said about colors because I look at creatives as many different spectrums. We're all different colors. Look at your wall
Yeah.
behind you.
It literally just started off as just paint on the wall, and
Absolutely.
it turned into beautiful, beautiful artwork. So it's just letting it be what it is, not being afraid of embracing who you are and whatever that may be. You know, to me, that's what creative the ability to
Absolutely.
bring something to life. You know, just bring it to life in any form that you can.
And there's no one form.
No,
We're all different colors
that's right.
on this creative spectrum rainbow. So I love that, Kevin. Thank you so much for that. Um, so I want you to tell me about your creative ventures and your endeavors and how they were birthed. So I know you have K Lamp ENT, and then we're gonna also talk about the songwriter side of you, the producer. I believe that you are very gifted at developing and pulling the best out of people as well. But let's talk about your endeavors and how they were birthed.
Okay, well, the I think the fun part about it is it's ever changing. All right, so the beginning part was me just focusing on just being a well-rounded musician, just all across. And during the journey, I would find that just playing gigs wasn't enough for me anymore. Just learning music is just got to the point where it almost irritated me. Because of course, when you're learning somebody's song, you really want to chime in, you want to focus on executing their parts the best way you can. And so I started realizing there was a reason why it started irritating me. And that was because I had so many songs. I had my own style, I had my own music interpretation that needed to be heard outside of somebody else's composition. So with that, it turned into I started getting irritated every time I heard somebody else's song, and it was no disrespect to nobody else's music. It just it got to the point where I realized I had songs that needed to be heard. All right, so then I started my journey with connecting with different artists and really just asking them to let me experiment on them because that's really what it was. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know anything about recording. I barely knew anything about songwriting. I just knew I had a gift and I wanted to use it. So I started connecting with artists, and of course, they would let me record them, and we just started bringing music together. And of course, I eliminated the whole price because I also realized um, that was the biggest thing that kept a lot of our amazing singers and artists back from being able to move forward. Because the fact is, the average person they just don't have $2,000 to spend on one song. They don't. They just didn't. So I wanted to find the way where I can connect those gaps. Like so. I started telling artists, if you let me record you, you won't have to pay me nothing. Just let me do it. Let me bring you in the studio and let me record you. And they did that. I had some really amazing people that let me do that. And then from there, um, because I mean, I did that for almost just about 4 or 5 years. Actually longer than that. So from there, then we hit this whole COVID-19 thing. And I was actually used to working with artists. I would sing, but in the studio with them, because I never considered myself no singer, and I still don't. Um, but during the whole
Whatever you say.
yeah, well, I mean, if you like it, I love it. Hey, I'm not gonna argue with you. No, I'm not. So when everything happened, at that point, I couldn't get to artists because you couldn't bring them to your house. You couldn't bring them to the studio because everybody had to stay away. That's
Right.
number one. Number two, I think a lot of people didn't realize me going live wasn't actually for people. It was for me.
Mm.
That was actually my way of coping with everything that was happening.
So it was therapeutic.
Yeah. So I just wanted to play my piano. I wanted to play my piano in a setting where other people can hear because that's what I was used to doing. I always played out in different venues. So you somewhat get addicted to that, the smiles that you get to put on people's face from being able to play your instrument. You get addicted to that. You do, you get a chance to laugh because I'm a very goofy person. So I actually enjoy being around people where I can make them smile, make them laugh. So when COVID hit and you forced me to have to stay in my house, now I can't do what I love to do the most. So that's when I actually started going live. It it wasn't supposed to be a show. It actually was just supposed to be me just joking around, going live, and then it somewhat evolved into that. But that was actually therapeutic for me. So going on in the morning, and I even explained that to a lot of the people who would chime into my shows that I actually didn't do anything different Only thing I did was add people to the equation. Every morning I would go practice. Every night I would practice, or every night I would just make up random songs that had nothing to do with anything. And so I did it on the show, and it wound up being very, very fun. But it was actually therapeutic for myself. And then here we are now. I done wrote all these crazy songs about bleach and get up off your do nothing and be
Arrogant.
yeah, arrogant, that's because people call me arrogant sometimes. I felt like I needed to write about arrogant, just a bunch of it's just fun. So that was my avenue. That was actually my avenue to deal with everything that was happening. And it wound up being a blessing to everybody else. Like,
Absolutely. And I want to segue into, as you stated, you birthed the K Lamp show during this time, and I'm gonna put that information up. He has the Watch Out Now morning show
mhm.
on Mondays through Fridays, starting at 7:50 at sound check. You got to come in the building. I love that he acknowledges your presence when you walk in the room figuratively. He'll acknowledge your presence. Also, he has the night show, the K Lamp night show, Mondays through Fridays, and you come on in the building at 9:50 p.m. There's always food. Miss Robin's always serving food. There's always jokes. There's always laughter in the comment section. We're actually a family now. We call ourselves the K-Lam family. And I just remember, I'm going to speak for myself, and I know that so many other people can attest to this, that during COVID, we all were affected. Like, there wasn't just one person affected. We all were affected in some kind of way, form, or fashion. And I looked forward to logging into the K Lamp show at night, and then you started in the morning. I looked forward to it because it was like an escape from reality. It was a moment of positivity. It was you just sharing your gifts and making us feel better about what was going on, even in the midst of uncertainty, even in the midst of not being able to find bleach or baby wipes or the essential things that we were used to. I remember dressing up to come to Club Gayland.
a lot
Yeah.
of people do that, believe it or not.
So I just wanted to say publicly, I really appreciate you doing it, because obviously you were going through it too,
Hmm.
but you pushing through your feelings and sharing your gift with the world and sharing it with us, it brought us through. So I know I appreciate you, and I know other people appreciate you. And I know you said this is mushy. I'm going to get off of it. But just thank you, Kevin Lampton, K Lamp ENT, for that. So yeah, so now just tell us a little bit more about the Watch Out Now morning show. Move your shoulders, the nighttime show, all of that.
So let me tell you how that actually got started. That's very funny to me. So every morning, when before everything started, I would wake up, of course, super early, go work out, and I would normally listen to the music that I had to learn for church because it was always tons of music, between Fellowship Baptist Church, and then, of course, now me being a part of Greater, who gives you like a million songs a week.
A million
And
for one
then
purpose.
I still had K Lamp Entertainment where I was working with different choirs. So I was always learning music. Christ Temple with Kenitra Figueroa and Bishop Onassis. I'm also the music director over there. So it was a lot of music everywhere, right? So I was used to that. But when COVID hit, there is no more music, it's just whatever. So then I was like, okay, let me actually listen to the music that I actually recorded because I would never really listen to it. I would record it, and that'll be pretty much it. Only time I will listen to it is if one of the artists had to maybe sing somewhere and they asked me to play the song. Then I would have to go back and learn what I recorded. So for some reason, I was like, okay, let me listen to the music, and I did. And then I was like, let me go online and listen to it. Just bring some more people in and just let other people listen to it. That's on top of the fact that I realized radio was very, very strange. All right. You put out a song, sometimes the radio people play it, sometimes they don't. Then they tell you, You got to get this radio promoter. Then they tell you got to do this, this. It was just an ongoing circle, and you never know how to get your music technically played. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play my own music. Bump everybody. I'm going online and I'm gonna just play the songs. So I did. It was supposed to be just a joke. You know, it was just online. I was on my keyboard and I would practice my own music because I said I was gonna start learning my actual songs. But I wanted to play them in front of people. So then it turned into one person was like, and I want to point him out. This guy, Mike Smith, to be honest with you guys. Mike Smith plays actually at Franklin Avenue. He was actually probably the first person who tuned in to what I was doing in the morning. He would just come on there and say, "What's up, Kev?" Every morning, every time I would go come on, he would say, "What's up, Kev?" And so I would listen to the songs, and then Pastor BJ, VJ, he would be on there, and then I guess people started getting used to me playing the different songs, and they started enjoying it, and then before you know it, it turned into a legit show. And I was actually joking by saying, "Watch out now." I was joking, right? So and then it just turned into the "Watch Out Now" morning show. Then I started saying it, even with sound check. The fact that it starts at 7:50. We picked the 8 o'clock time, but I realized sometimes streaming would mess up. My wires would mess up sometimes. So I was like, you know what? We do it at Greater. I
Yeah.
said I'm gonna log in 10 minutes early, and that way I have a chance to fix anything that's messed up before the actual show starts. But that's when everybody would tune in. So that's when I started speaking to everybody. So then I started saying, if you want me to speak to you, come early so I can get a chance to know you. That way while I'm setting up, I can talk to you. And then for some weird reason, it turned into how I actually would be on a gig if I was somewhere. You go to a gig, you're setting up, you got people walking in the club or walking in the venue, you're able to speak. So then it turned into that. And then now the time turned into actually 7:50, but it was really supposed to be 8 o'clock. All of that just kind of evolved, and it's just amazing. And then the night show, I don't know, can I go to the night show part?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so the night show was supposed to be the night show was really it was more of a I just felt like playing my keyboard. It wasn't supposed to be a show. Now the morning slot turned into me playing the songs, so that made sense, right? So then the night show, I was just playing the keyboard. I didn't want to play no songs. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to play. But then I noticed people enjoyed it. And then I was like, okay, let me set my microphone up. You know what I mean? Just for the fun of it. Let me speak to people. And so somebody said something to me funny, and I said something funny back. And then for somebody else came on and said something crazy to me, and I said something crazy back. So now I'm able to be my authentic self, just goofy, right?
It's goofy all the time. That's you.
So then people would log in and I would be like, "Hello, Angela Beasley, baby. How are you doing today? Welcome to the Kate Lamp Show. That's right, I am here tonight, and we are about to do our thing." And it just kind of it became addictive, I guess, to everybody. So I know
www dot.
so I started noticing that when I was finished, it made me feel better. So the next night I wouldn't go live. And then people got on Facebook and blasted me because I didn't go live. So
I
it
was
was
one of those people.
so it became addictive to me. It became addictive to everyone else. And then I started realizing that it became an escape. So if anybody knows me, I'm like super dramatic. I
Yeah,
blow up everything. I
you do.
mean, if you give me a piece of an orange, I'm gonna ask you why you gave me that piece of the orange. Who told you to give me
Yes,
the
you
piece?
will.
Give me the whole piece. How you know I just wanted a piece? So ironically, people that came on that live started commenting. They started talking crazy just like that. So then I started saying, "We are at club." No, I didn't even say club. I was like, "Y'all, we at the club. We got trash cans. We got the top of the line, everything. So don't throw your trash on the ground. Make sure you put it in a trash can because I'm not dealing with it." So people started really acting like they were at an actual club, right? So
Asking people to come to the dance floor.
it's so crazy. So it became a real reality. Now, the reason why I started talking like this is actually because when I talk in my natural voice, I actually lose my voice.
Oh.
That's what people didn't realize. But I noticed when I talk up here, I can talk longer. So then I started saying, "Welcome to the K Lab Watch Out Now Show." And I am so happy for everybody who is tuned in today. Up, look out, somebody. That is my Angela Beasley baby that's made it to the show. So I realized when I talked up higher, I can do more shows. That's actually how that started. And people got used to me talking like that. I became used to it. So then I just kept it. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
That's a singer's trick, actually, to talk up here. Talk up here to come on. I did not know that's how it was birthed.
I
That's pretty
started
cool.
talking here at first. I used to be like, no, 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 but my voice kept going hoarse. So I, bro, then I started talking up here all the time.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Thank you so much for the morning show. But now I want to move into talking about Kevin Lampton, K Lamp, the songwriter,
Okay.
right? So you, to me, I'm about to brag on you. I know you don't like it, but you, in your own right, you're prolific to me. Like just the way that I remember pre-COVID, one of your processes were to block out a particular day of the week, and you would just use that day to just write, like relentless writing. You were so dedicated, and now it's like I know that your process has changed, and we're going to talk about that. Your process pre-COVID, process post-COVID, or during COVID. But I remember you would block out time. You would only write, for the most part, write on that particular day. No distractions, no calls, no being goofy, nothing. Just focusing. And two of my favorite songs from you is wait, I'm sorry. It's Come See a Man. I remember the women's choir sang that December at the all women's concert.
Hmm.
And I mean, it was like fire. It just went through the room. Like everybody was ignited by that song. Also, it's called the other song, it's called My Prayer. And I always brag on this song. I remember I was in the international airport one time, and I felt so uncertain because I was traveling alone, and I just saw all the people around me. And what really soothed me in that moment was singing your song to myself. And the more I sang it, the more I felt protected. It goes, wrap your arms around me, lead, protect, and guide. This is my prayer. This is my prayer to you, Lord. And lead, guide, protect my life. This is my prayer to you, Lord. So I'm gonna stop talking, and I want you to just talk about your songwriting process.
Okay. So pre-COVID, my song process was, of course, like you said, I would write only on Mondays. I would only write, and let me say, I built up to that. Of course, I used to get a lot of ideas, and when I fully embraced songwriting, every time an idea came to me, I made it a point to write it down, get my voice memos, record the idea, and then I would try to immediately bring that song to life. And of course, sometimes it would take me a week, sometimes it would take me 2 weeks, or however long it took to bring the song to life. I wouldn't stop until the song came to life. But then I realized when I did that, I started getting sick a lot. So those ideas would come, and then it turned into too many ideas came, and I couldn't control my mind. So I couldn't sleep. So I would have to listen to certain music to calm me down. I mean, it got a, in order for me not to get sick, when I get the idea, you can write it down, but don't bring it to life. Just write the words down, but don't even try to figure out what the real words is. Because if you write God is good, of course, you want to make sure you do your research to make sure every word lines up, not with that term, of course, but when you're writing, you want to make sure everything lines up. So I told myself, you can write down the idea, but don't try to record it. Don't try to bring it to life until Monday. And so on Mondays, I would literally, I barely would talk to people. If you did talk to me, you had to talk to me when I was eating my lunch. But if like your conversation wasn't healthy for me, I wouldn't even talk to you. And it was no disrespect to anybody, but it's when you're writing gospel music, I guess writing period, but especially gospel music, is a certain vein that you got to be in, and you can't afford for somebody to take you out of that vein. So I would just focus, 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 and then I started challenging myself because at the church that I'm at, fellowship, I wanted to be able to write a song every week. So instead of learning a song, I want to write a song. So my goal was to keep up with the pastor. If the pastor talked about blessings, I felt like just like God gave the pastor the sermon, he should give me the song that goes along with it. So I would challenge myself every week to keep up. Keep up. Now that doesn't mean I won the challenge every week, but I at least tried. So I was already in the practice of writing, 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 and bring it to life. But I didn't do it until Mondays. After COVID, uh, of course, now I'm not at nobody church. So I can't be goofy with a bunch of choir members and musicians and preachers and elders and just people in general. So there's nobody. Now I technically don't have to necessarily write for choirs anymore because there's no more choirs, right? So now I wanted to find a way to reach people, and I knew I couldn't reach them through normal gospel music. I knew it wasn't going to work like that. And of course, I still wound up writing two gospel songs and recording them. But I knew that if I was going to reach people, they don't need me during the morning slot or during that evening slot because they're occupied. I realized that hold up 1 second. I think did I lose you, Miss Angela?
No, you're still here.
I realized people were going to need me 10 o'clock at night more than 12 noon. I realized that like really, 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 really fast because at 10 o'clock, people who know me, I would make jokes and say I turn into somebody else at 10 o'clock. If I knew that about me, I'm pretty sure everybody else deals with that too. You don't think as good as you're supposed to. You can be stronger earlier, but 10 o'clock. So I realized if anybody dealt with any hurt or disappointment or uncertainty or worry, anything, stress, depression, 10 o'clock is when they were going to need it. So I said, okay, how can I find a way to reach people clean, of course, in a clean manner to where I'm still technically pulling them towards Christ because I'm his child, right? So whenever I come at you, you're gonna see him regardless. So that's when it came into the I found a way to use my goofy personality um, to sing about crazy stuff. So I knew everybody was stressing over bleach. All right. So I was like, I'm gonna sing about bleach. I can't find no bleach nowhere. So, but before I said bleach, I made everybody spell it so they wouldn't get confused on what I was saying. So that's pretty much how it would happen. And yeah, I just wrote a bunch of songs to make people smile, baby wipes, and they gonna put us on lockdown if we don't stay out the streets. Stuff like that. Miss Angela.
I love it. I love it. And that brings me into talking about lockdown. Your newest project that was birthed from COVID, that birthed the Watch Out Now morning show and the K Lamp Club K Lamp nighttime show. And now we have lockdown. And I want you to tell me about lockdown. And I know it has 23 songs on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, tell me about lockdown.
Okay, so lockdown was the first song that I made up. Okay, on it started with me just playing the piano, like I said, just joking around.
Want to demonstrate?
I guess I can do that. What's in the bill later? What's in the bill later? So we were actually joking, and I just started playing grooves, and I was like, y'all are messing around up in here, and if y'all don't stay out them streets, y'all they gonna get us. They already said they say everybody stay at home, and I was like, they can put us on lockdown. Say if we don't stay out them streets, they gonna put us on lockdown. And then it just kind of so that's what happened. So that was the very first song that I did, and of course I didn't do the singing stuff in public like that, so it was weird. But I was full KK Lamp character. Go 10 o'clock at night when I start switching, and it don't really matter. So lockdown, we picked that as the title because every song was birthed because we were on lockdown. So, and then of course the second song was talking about how I can't find no baby wipes. And my wife got mad at me because we out of baby wipes. But then when I went to get the baby wipes, the police pulled me over. The police pulled me over because I had a suspicious look on my face. And I was like, man, why did you pull me over? He said, because you had a suspicious look on your face. But come to find out, and of course, I used this scenario because it was also during the time where we had the police, different things happening with the police. All right. But I actually know a lot of policemen that are actually really good people. So I didn't want everybody to think that all policemen are bad because that's not true. So the story was he pulled me over because I had a suspicious, so-called suspicious look on my face, and he was talking very rough to me. But then he goes to his car and he comes back walking backwards with a big old bag in his hand of baby wipes. So that's pretty much how that happened. And then from there, it's like my brain every day would come up with a different song. Monday through Friday, well, Monday through Thursday, I would come up with a different song. And on Friday, whatever songs I wrote throughout the week, I would do one big concert for all the songs. But of
Never.
course, I couldn't handle it at that point because I wasn't doing 12, 13 songs a week with church. So at that point, I can just focus on being funny, making people laugh, and that's pretty much how that all came about.
I
Miss Ashley.
love it. So I want you to name. I know it's hard because there are so many great songs. One of my favorites are "Arrogant." I love "Kitchen." I love "Do Something." So I
Okay.
want you to name at least three of your favorites from the album and tell me and the people why.
I think one of the songs that I think is one of my favorite is "I Don't Miss You at All."
I like that one too.
All right. That song was really funny because I knew a lot of people were used to going to work. Some people worked in the school system, or they worked in venues where they had hundreds of people around, and they were forced to have to deal with these annoying people all the time. And of course, if you had a conversation with a normal person before COVID, the first thing they always told you was they coworkers or they boss or whoever get on their nerves. So I wrote a song was like, I don't miss you at all. I thought that I would miss you now that I can't see you, but I don't. I really, really don't. I thought we had chemistry. I thought it was you and me, but it's not. It's really, really not. I don't miss you at all. And now that I can't see you, I realize I don't miss you. I only talked to you because I had to. I really didn't want to. No, I really didn't want to. So that's like one of my favorite because it's funny. It's just a funny song.
It
And
is.
from there, then the We Be Chillin' song.
Okay.
Because that one is a lot of people always ask me, Kev, how can you get on there and smile like that every day, man? You always seem so jolly. And a lot of times I tell people I just be chilling, man. I just be chilling. I go to a place in my mind where everything is fine, no stress, no worries. I'm just happy. Yeah, 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 yeah. I be chilling. I think that's my two favorite. I would say that's probably my two favorite songs. Yeah, I do.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I like chilling and I like don't miss you at all too. For sure. But I have to say again, my favorite is definitely arrogant because it's just I love the groove of it.
Oh
You
yeah.
know? So so guys, tell them where can they download Lockdown? Like where can they get it?
Okay, you can go everywhere to get locked down. That's right. Apple Music, Spotify, just whatever, wherever there's music, you can go. I promise you'll find it. Now, look, if you don't have a penny and you don't have a dime, just go on over to YouTube land and just put in lockdown. Put in my name, Kevin Lampton, KevinLampton, and you can get it for free. Now, look, if you want access to all of the music that I've done, of course, you can always just visit the merchandise table at www.klamp.com. That's right, www.klamp.com, and you'll be able to see everything that you need dealing with lockdown.
And right now I have a few of his shirts live. I'm gonna ask him to talk about so one of the shirts it says practice positive thinking. Tell us about that. What
Okay.
does that mean to you?
All right. So within the show, I also wanted to use it as a platform to inspire people. Now, I don't talk as good as the preachers and everybody else. I'm not the dude you call on to pray and all that because some people can pray really, really, really good. I can pray basic, but I can say terms like practice positive thinking. Bam, baby. Just. So I wanted people to understand that positive thinking wasn't something that comes natural. And as much as we want it to be natural, especially within our culture, it's not always easy to think positive when you see so much negativity around you. All right. Now, we're not saying ignore reality. We're not definitely not telling you to do that. But the positive things that do happen in your life, like you got to learn to practice that. That's something that it's a muscle. So you got to learn. If you bring me an orange, I'm not going to tell you you brought me the wrong orange. I'm just going to say thank you for the orange versus mad because you didn't peel the orange before you brought me the orange. How you know I wanted orange? Did I ask you for that? What if I wanted orange juice? We are actually accustomed to doing that. Most of us, we do that. If you walk up to I'll use a prime example. A lot of times I tried to work with artists. It was too much for them to understand me saying, just let me be a blessing to you. Now, at this time, I was selling real estate and God was like super blessing me, like in ways that
Blowing your mind.
I couldn't even handle. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasted a whole bunch of it because it was so much at once. So for me, I didn't need their money. I didn't because I had everything. I felt like I had more than enough. So I was like, just let me do it for you. I don't care. And the average person couldn't understand that because they wasn't used to being blessed like that. So they thought it had to be some type of gimmick, some type of trick, some type of scam to it. So I realized even as I got older, people still deal with that. It's hard to let somebody be nice to you because you always think it's something. So and even me, I had to learn. Just no, man. Just be positive, 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 positive. Think positive. So that's when I started saying, practice positive thinking. You actually have to practice it. So that's where that came about, Miss
I love
Angela.
it. I love it. And then I know at first you joke about it, and I remember the first time you said it on your show, I laughed, but it's true. There's more than one way to get to the
And I
bridge.
was wondering if people was gonna catch on to what I was saying.
So what does that mean to you?
Okay, so if you have to cross the bridge, all right, everybody has to cross the bridge. And there's more than one way to cross the bridge. You don't have to travel my route. And just because you don't travel my route doesn't make you any less than me. Like you can go left, you can go right. It don't matter which way you go. There is more than one way to get to the bridge. Which way will you go? There is no right answer. The answer is it's right based on the direction you decided to go. You know, everybody's going to look at that sign and they're going to see something completely different. Some people gonna look left, some people gonna look right, but some people actually may look over the sign and see the water or see the trees behind it or see the land behind it. So it's all in what you see. But there's more than one way to get to the bridge, and whichever route you travel, it's all right with me. Just get over the bridge.
I love it. Before we go on, we have a few more questions, but I want you all to take the time out to follow Kevin right now if you aren't following. He is on Facebook at K Lamp ENT. Please subscribe to his YouTube channel. It's Kevin Lampton, Lampton. You can go and purchase this amazing merchandise at K Lamp ENT. I love what he said about practicing positive thinking. You can get your merch today. Just simply go to www.klampent.com. I mean, I had to put the purple up there, y'all. Y'all know I had to put the purple shirt up there, but there are multiple colors. Support this man. He's just doing positive things. He's uplifting people. I know in my life, he's been instrumental in making me believe in myself. Now I believe in myself a little bit too much. But support the man. And also, if you don't want to get the merch or shirts aren't your thing, send him a little love the way he can feel it on Cash App at KLampEnt or PayPal at LamptonKevin@yahoo.com. So, Kevin, once again, thank you so much for coming on the show. I have a few more questions for you, then I'm going to let you go because I know you have a big show to prepare for tonight, to work your shoulders and all that good stuff. Um, but so I want to know, how do you juggle your creativity now with your brand new baby? Uh, Tell us about that.
Um, I have an awesome wife. That's really all it is.
Yes. Hey, Jen.
I ain't never had to really juggle anything. That girl is like amazing. She is. I can't even front and act like I actually did something that different. I didn't. She just she just makes everything like super super easy for me. So yeah. And
She's
then
wonderful. She is.
well, and then I think the other thing that helped was I was already used to being disciplined with waking up early in the morning and getting everything done. Because even before I had a child, I used to take care of my brother, and my brother is autistic. So if I wanted to work out, I had to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Everything had to be completed before 8 o'clock even hit. So I was already used to waking up super, super early, doing what I had to do, get it out the way so I can go take care of him. And but on top of that, like I said, my wife's just the bomb. That's all. I ain't had nothing to do with that. She's just really good.
She is dope. Kudos to you, Jen, for just supporting this wonderful, amazing person and just being dynamic in yourself, girl. Kudos to you, my friend. So we're nearing the end. I do have another question for you. Where do you draw creativity from? Like, what inspires Kevin Lampton?
Oh man, like everybody inspires me. I'm fascinated with people, and it's the funniest thing. Like different motions that somebody may do. Somebody may sing a certain way. Somebody may talk a certain way. If it's something that I really find funny, I'll keep it. Or if it's something that I feel like I can put in a song, I'll just keep it. So I get my inspiration from just about everybody. And of course, on my show, a lot of people get opportunity to laugh at me because they say I'm schizo and I go into all these different personalities. But the personalities I actually go into is people that I've had a chance to cross their path, and they're funny. It was always funny to me, and I would so I trust from people. I just it's just people.
Oh my God, I wonder if you do me.
I do. I do. You hear it? You hear it? Angela Beasley, baby. Oh my God. Oh my God.
You are not right.
Yes, it's Angie.
I can't even deal with you at all. So okay. I love it. So the last thing that we're gonna do, um, I love to wrap up every show with my guest creative, just encouraging the people out there, those creatives that are gonna cross this video, because I believe this is your time to birth creativity. Whatever you've been sitting on. I personally, the way that I birthed this show, the creative process, was during COVID-19. Um, I just remember just being tired of hearing about people just dying left and right, and even thinking about my life and the things that God has put in my hand. And I know my pastor preached, Pastor W.B. Moore, and she preached a message, what's in your hand. And it was just saying, what do you have? What did God give you? What are you doing with it?
Right.
And it's time to birth it. So I know personally for me, this was an awakening moment. I told God, if you allow me to live, I'm going to go hard after the things that you told me to do, the things that I've been sitting on for years. And I'm going to do something. I'm going to get off my do nothing.
Come on.
I'm going to do something. Okay? So I want Kevin to look directly into the camera and to encourage those people who are watching this live who have a lot of something they sitting on. And I'm not talking about cushion, okay? You have a lot of something that you're sitting on, but you're doing nothing. He's gonna play a bit of that song. I'm gonna put his slide up, and then he's gonna encourage the people.
Which
So
song do I have to play, Miss Angie?
do something,
So
just a little,
hard, hard to sing. It's so hard.
Okay. Well, maybe can you play it after, and that could be the outro. So just encourage the people, and we'll go out on that song.
All right. Well, I just want to tell everybody, and I do this every show that I'll say things like "You're amazing," and I'll use my little slider so I don't forget it. Um, one of the things that I'll say is like "You're amazing" and don't forget it. And I wanted people to realize that because I realize a lot of people struggle with understanding how much they're worth and that they're beautiful and they're wonderful and their ideas are so cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I think we get caught up in I can't do this the way he does it or the way she does it, so I'm not as valuable. So I wanted to make sure every morning I would tell them that, like, you are amazing and don't you forget it. So I'm gonna tell y'all this. You are amazing and don't you forget it. And I'm gonna say it the way that I say it on the show. Don't you let no picky head, nappy head, curly head, straight hair head, bald head, anybody tell you anything different. And I say that because I'm telling you, you'd be surprised how one person tells you that you're not amazing and you buy into it. And you forget that, wait, so the whole time I actually was really that cool? Yes, you are. So I try to find ways to say that every time. So I guess I'll say that again to you all. You are amazing and don't you forget it. Like walking, walking whatever gifts you got, make it happen. I ain't got to be able to play like I'm gonna use my boy Brandon Butler. I can't play like that dude. That dude is a beast. But I can joke. He can't joke like me. I can't play like him, but he can't joke like me. Actually, he could because the dude is a beast in that too, but he just don't use it the way I do it. So everybody got their own gifts. Use what you're good at and just make it happen. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Kevin Lampton. I mean, I feel inspired. I feel just rejuvenated in my mind. I feel the positive vibes and the love that you're sending out to the people. I'm just gonna put your slide up again, and maybe we can play do something as we go out again. Thank you so much, my friend, for just joining me on today. Y'all show him some love the way that he can feel it. At PayPal at lamptonkevin at yahoo.com, Cash App KLampENT. Follow him on Facebook at KLampENT. Go to over to YouTube and subscribe to that channel, Kevin Lampton, and visit that website. Support at KLamp. Well, like my friend would say, www.klamp.com. Yeah, that's right. www.klamp.com. KLampENT.com. And you can purchase some of his amazing merchandise. So always to remember to practice positive thinking. He has all different colors, all different fits. I mean, the man just has us all covered. If you're a little curvy, there's a fit for you there. If you like your shirt tight, there's a fit for you there too. He has everything, something for everyone. So thank you so much, Kevin, for being on today. Just play a little bit of do something for the people, and then we're gonna be out.
You already know what this song is. Somebody say, get up, you'll do nothing and do something. 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3. Oh man. Woo. Oh yeah. Play that guitar, Max. Here we go. 1, 2. So if you're sitting at home with nothing to do, I have a message that I want to tell you. You better get up off your do nothing and do something. Well, if you're sitting at home with nothing to do, I have a message that I want to tell you. You better get up off your do nothing and do something. You better learn how to think. You better learn how to think. Whoa! So do something, do something, do something. 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 One more time. So if you're sitting at home with nothing to do, I have a message that I want to tell you. You better get up off your do nothing and do something. Well, if you're sitting at home with nothing to do, I have a message that I want to tell you. You better get up off your do nothing and do something. You better learn how to think. You better learn how to think. So do something, do something, do something, and do something, do something, do something. Say do something, do something, do something. Say do something, do something. Listen, if lazy don't count you, let me tell you what you ought to do. You better get up off your do nothing and do something. See, if lazy done got you, let me tell you what you ought to do. You better get up off your do nothing and do something. You better learn how to think. Man, yeah. You better learn how to think. Oh, so do something, do something, do something. Say do something, do something, do something. Say do something, do something, do something. Say do something, do something. Can I take it to the deep end? So if you're in your right mind, this is probably the right time to do all those ideas. So you've been thinking about for years. So if you're in your right mind, this is probably the right time to do all those ideas. So you've been thinking about for years. So do something, do something. So do something, so do something. So do something. But if you're still confused about what to do, here's what you ought to do. So won't you move to the left, to the left, to the left? What? And move your shoulders. What? So if you're still confused about what to do, so here's what you ought to do. Or won't you move to the right, to the right, to the right? What? And move your shoulders. If you're still about what to do, here's what you ought to do. So won't you move to the front, to the front, to the front? move your shoulders. So if you're still confused about what to do, here's what you ought to do. Say, won't you move to the back, to the back, to the back? What? So move your shoulders. So do something, do something, do something. So do something. Do something, do something, do something, do something. So do something, do something. Take me to the D flat. I think you got it, man. Oh yeah, man. Woo! So do something.
Thank you so much. That was fun. That was so much fun. Thank you so much for just being my special guest. I hope that you all, I know, no hope. I know you enjoyed today.
I
Make
did.
sure you share.
There's so much
Um,
going on here. Can I brag on you for a second at least?
oh, go
Oh my
ahead.
God, I'm so proud of you. Oh my God, oh my God. That's what you say. Oh my God, oh my God. I'm so proud of you, Angela Beasley, baby. That girl got up off her do nothing and she did something and she doing a big something. Look out, somebody. The creative process is in effect, y'all. And this is just one part of her. She got so many beautiful ideas. And she know I told her if she didn't look no, I'm not gonna say that. But I am so proud of her. She on here looking pretty, looking good, doing her thing. Got a little black background behind her. Look out. Wow. Yeah, so this is Miss Angela Beasley, y'all. So I want y'all to stay tuned for what she's doing. She's doing it big, 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 big. I'm so proud of you, girl.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, y'all make sure you tune in tonight. You talk about the show, and then we're going to be out of here. Tell them about the show.
Okay, so tonight you want to be in the place. That's right. Monday through Friday, we are here right at 9:50. You're going to be tuned into the K Lamp Late Night Concert. That's right. The K Lamp Late Night Concert. Now, you know how I'm saying. My name is K Lamp, and I am the lamp light that will never go dim. That's right. I'm going to be here.
Come on.
You're going to shine for me, and we are going to shine together. So if you love good music, if you really love good music, tune into what I am doing later on tonight. That's a character. It just don't.
Thank you so much. All right, people. Love you all. Thank you, and talk to you later.
So